You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast featuring hosts Jay Ho, Weezy, Jeff, and Coach Locke. Please enjoy the show.
Another show. We here.
Yes, sir.
I saw that. What?
Call yourself that.
Yeah. What's up, Jeff?
What's up, sir?
It's our return, baby.
How you doing, man?
All right. What's up, Weezy? How are you, Weezy?
What's going on?
All right. What you got this week, Jeff?
I can't even say it. Shout out to my man that sent me this.
Okay.
2 shot pullets now. I ain't like it. I told him I ain't like it, but I'm gonna try it.
Got to keep it going, though.
Yeah,
got to keep it going.
Apocalypse now.
Two
shock.
Two shots.
You mix
shot
the baking
pullets
soda
now.
with it, you can get a
Yeah,
bean.
that ain't it.
Yeah, for sure.
That ain't it.
Hey, Weezy, they said if you hadn't got your vaccine by now, you ain't going to get it. Did you know that? That's what they saying. Like, if you ain't done it by now, you ain't going to get it. So, Steve Novak for the rest of your life. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Nah, don't listen to the people.
You ready to get it?
Yeah.
Let's get it, guys. Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm Jay Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, we said.
What it do?
What's up, everybody? How are you guys?
How you doing, sir?
I'm great, man. I'm doing great. Cameraman, how are you, brother? 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs
That's how we
up.
get the pod going, right?
That's
Let's
it.
get it, man. Episode 372. We are analyzing the second round of the 2021 NBA playoffs.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
You better damn know it.
Better damn believe it.
Let's kick it off. Best of the week, Weezy. What you got?
Best way for me, it was easy, man. We got a wide receiver came to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Last name Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Go talk about it.
hey, we gonna get there.
You gonna get there?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I called that one.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Yeah,
You
nah,
did.
that was your call for sure. He got a little inside. He don't want to talk
He don't wanna
about
talk-
it.
he
Yeah,
got-
nah, for sure.
he got
Yeah, I know.
some
I know what's
Ain't
going
nothing wrong
on.
with
Yeah,
it.
that's cool with that. You should have
Yeah.
did that on the show though. And then that's how you pod. Like if you say, "Hey, the week you came in, and say, hey, we're gonna get who that we put the clip out, and then we act." See, I mean,
Next level pod.
yeah, it's next level pod. And you use that for sure. What you got, Jeff?
Finally, young Caleb Plant
Go for you.
looks like he gonna get his shot at Canelo Alvarez in September for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world for all the belts. Can't wait.
Okay.
They're fighting right now. They're deciding right now if it's gonna be pay-per-view or the Zone app. Either way, I'm there.
You there?
I'm there.
Yeah.
Big fights. Big fights coming down the way. Big
Yeah.
fights. I
Nah,
like.
for sure. I see. I see you hyped too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for sure.
like that. I
Okay.
like that.
My best of the week is Jordan Clarkson, man. After a Filipino food truck in Salt Lake was targeted with racist vandalism, Jordan Clarkson helped the business return to action. Food truck was filled with racial slurs. He teamed up with a local rap shop and restored the truck's exterior, man. So shout out to JC, man.
Shout out to him.
6th man of the year, Jordan Clarkson, man, for sure. Worst of the week, Weezy, what you got?
Worst thing for me is people saying that Floyd Mayweather's gonna ruin his legacy by keep fighting.
We could have talked about that this week. That would have been.
coulda,
We could have.
We coulda.
But the thing is, hey man, what did he call himself?
He's the master of legalized armed robbery.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, he ain't lying
He ain't
either.
lying.
He ain't tell one lie for
Yeah.
sure. Nah, that's not gonna hurt his legacy. He's just getting free money for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
He got a girl to get out of a really big case, so I'm sure all that money is going to that for sure.
People say that, but I can't blame him for making $100 million an hour. Who turns that down? If your job tell you, hey, I need you to do something, you make $100 million in an hour, you gonna say no?
Yeah, now you got to say yeah.
I don't know a person that will say
All
no.
money in,
No money out.
no money out for sure. What you got, Jeff?
I'm gonna kind of piggyback off Weezy. I'm kind of hot at Floyd for not letting Logan Paul hit the ground. He held him up.
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 I don't
Dude
know,
was
Jeff.
out on his feet.
Yeah, he was down.
He was out.
My worst of the week is Brett Favre, man. I would say that people got to stop talking to MAGA Brett Favre.
Oh God.
But he has a podcast now, Jeff.
He does.
Yeah, man. On the podcast, he said that Naomi Osaka should indeed talk to the media because it's a, quote, obligation because she makes too much money, end quote. And I get it. Everybody, has a podcast and everybody wants to talk about the hottest sports issues, hottest sports news of the past week like we do as well. But some people just need to just relax. Just, Wrangler jeans, whatever commercials. What do you got? all the other
the little
stuff.
back brace commercials.
Yeah,
and
for
Jerry
sure. Just
Rice.
do that, bro.
Yeah.
Just do that, man. Stop speaking on stuff that you have no reason to speak on.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough to even watch.
But, it's going across the board. A lot of ex-athletes, former athletes, I should say, should probably take heed of that too.
Yeah.
Just keep your pride. I know we all want the clicks. We all want views. That's our currency nowadays, unfortunately. But just keep your private conversations private.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Just looking at you, Jay Will.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archives of past episodes of FSP. Just search Full Sport Press Podcast.
And while you're there, don't forget to support the Realville Family Patreon. It features Full Sport Press, On Deck TV, and Fresher Than Your Average. Be on the lookout to join the family Patreon page. Episodes are up. Support the team. Support the real. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
You have 10 good wrestling seconds.
I sure do.
Let's start the clock.
All right, so last week we reported on those surprise cuts of Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, and others, and Lana and others. So rumors are flying right now, Jay. People are wondering, has Vince finally tapped out? He had no longer wants to be a heel. People are thinking Vince is going to sell the company.
Wow.
Yeah, so after $1 billion deal from Peacock, after another $1 billion deal from Fox, and another $1 billion, even the first $1 billion deal from Peacock Universal, people are assuming right now Vince is shaving assets to get rid of the company. Now, this company has been in the McMahon household for over 70 years.
Crazy.
And people are wondering, what would Vince McMahon do after wrestling? No one knows. That's all he knows. He doesn't have any hobbies. Doesn't allow you to sneeze around him. That's a funny story, by the way. And it's just a weird guy. It's all he knows is wrestling. But the fact that he's making these moves out of nowhere, shaving talent that was once main event talent just a week prior, it's a little different.
It's different. For sure. Yeah.
So we'll see, man. Make sure you tune in each and every Thursday. Myself, shout out to Neek, to the 808s and Chair Shots podcast. And I said Wednesday, I do mean Thursday. And I always remember, you might not like it, but your auntie love wrestling.
Most definitely, man. Now, tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
That the revolution will be podcasted. And before we start the first half, Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do. This week's award recipient is rookie Anthony Edwards.
It is, man. NBA rookie Anthony Edwards had a great season after being taken first overall by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Since he was taken first, his rookie year salary was a little over $9.7 million. And even though he makes plenty of money, he allegedly isn't paying his Madden bets. Pro Madden player who goes by AB Got Game, it's not Animal Brown, went to Twitter to show messages that Edwards about basically ducked paying bills. Yep. Their bet was supposed to pay an enormous amount of money for anybody, $22,000.
On a man game?
Yeah, the two played 2 games. The first was $10,000. He lost, and he bet back. Second game was for $12,000. That would equal up to $22,000.
Quick math right there.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Edwards did not pay up and kept wanting to play to redeem himself, but AB Got Game said, no, man, you got to pay me. At least pay me the 10, and then I'll play you again.
I respect that.
Ryan. Edwards apparently blocked AB on everything, and AB saying it isn't about the money. It's about warning others not indeed to pay him.
You got to pay that.
Pay that, man.
Yeah, at least pay that. You got to pay the 10.
You got to
at least pay the 10.
You got to pay that.
You got to pay that.
And that can get real tricky.
I've seen people lose it over $300.
Yeah, it can get real tricky. I know some people do that for a living.
Yeah, now for sure.
And hey, he can pay that man his money.
Anthony Edwards, come on, man.
Yeah, you got to pay that.
Yeah, now worth $22,000. You can pay that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have bet that.
You don't want to pay it because that's
that's a small car.
That's why they betting you.
It's a prelude.
That's why they betting like it, because they think he got it.
Because he got it.
Yeah.
But in turn, this is the thing, man. Just principles, dog. You can't go and do stuff like that. That's not how you maneuver, man.
You don't want to get your name out there like that.
No, come on. And AB Got Game. He put it all on the social.
He got to.
Yeah,
he got to.
He put him on blast.
That 22. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's making a decent living playing. If he's that good at Madden, he's making a decent living. But that 22 can go a long way.
22 can go a long way, baby. Got Game for sure. How you getting that to him, Weezy?
Man, I'm gonna drop that off myself. I'm gonna holler at him.
Yeah, just have a conversation with him, man. He needs some
OGs.
Need some guidance.
Yeah.
He need a little guidance.
Yeah, just
my people are getting in contact with you this week.
Yeah, that's good, Weezy. Speaking of you, Weezy, you are up on the clock again as we talk about Manscaped.
Ooh.
For the last 2 weeks, we've been asking you to see how you like the Manscaped draws. Can you indeed tell the listeners about the Manscaped draws?
Hey, I'll tell you something about these Manscaped draws.
Let's do it.
Hey, these Manscaped draws. Listen, I got a job where I gotta get a little physical, walking and running.
You active.
Yeah, I'm active.
You active.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
it. He's active.
You know what I'm saying? And these things, they don't rise.
No, they don't.
You don't sweat.
Hey.
Hey, these
You
Manscaped.
you active and you ain't sweating. Well, you a bad man.
Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, you don't sweat. I'll take proper precautions for that. We'll talk about that
okay.
later. We'll
Okay.
talk about that later. But
We ain't got to talk about that one.
but yeah, man, these boxers are. I mean, these briefs are great. Great briefs, man. Great material.
Yeah.
Don't rise on you. I got them on right now as we speak.
Hey, man. Hey, nah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's about time, man. I'm happy for that, man. It's good. For
One team,
sure.
one dream, baby.
One team, one dream, man, for sure. No nicks, no cuts, man. If you get that Lawnmower 4.0, there's so much stuff that we'll talk about next week. They have new stuff coming on manscaped.com.
They sure do.
Get 20% off, man. Free shipping using code FSP20 at manscaped.com. Your balls will definitely thank you.
Thank you.
They'll thank you.
They will thank
For
you.
sure.
Yes,
They've
sir.
been thanked.
Yeah. I received my thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's get out of here, man. You guys ready to get started the first half?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am Jay Ho.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do? What it do? What it do?
Weezy, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
FSP_Weezy on IG, and I'm at How Weezy on Twitter. Holla at me, please.
Ooh, wow. All right. Jeff, what about you, buddy?
I'm Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Sure, and I'm Jay Hove on Instagram and Twitter. Let's talk on Twitter, man. Get nasty on Twitter, man. I said it gets, the conversation.
Yeah, conversation
You know what I'm saying?
get a little
People
spicy.
get a little spicy.
It's NBA playoffs time.
Yeah,
It is
you know what I'm
spicy.
saying?
The hot takes are coming.
Yeah. Woo.
The hot takes are
Yeah,
coming.
now for sure. You had some hot takes. We're going to talk about it in the second half. Let's kick the first half off, though, with some NFL talk. On Sunday, Falcons agreed to trade their 32-year-old superstar wideout Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. This immediately creates a, and I quote, super team, air quotes, say that very loosely, in Tennessee and leaves Atlanta in a tough spot. It was a mutual breakup.
Yeah.
Yep, Jones wanted to leave for a team that would contend, and the Falcons' new leadership needed to cut costs after inheriting the worst cap situation in the NFL. The question I have for you guys, we'll start with you, Weezy, since this is your squad. Are the Titans real contenders after this trade?
Yeah, I mean, we made the playoffs last year with 29th ranked defense.
A game away from the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it makes us better. It's just like Julio's just like mixing the baking soda with it, man. We gonna get the beans now. So yeah, it makes us a whole lot better. But we still gotta play. We still gotta play.
Yeah, for sure.
Julio Jones, you know, he in 9 games last year, 771 yards,
Good night.
51 catches in 9 games.
Good night.
Let's just prorate it. So
It says pro rate.
let's prorate it.
Yeah.
That's what? That's 1,400.
Yeah, easy.
Give or take.
Yeah.
That's 1,400 yards.
80, 90 catches.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah. I got you. What you think, Jeff?
I'm gonna spin this another way. If all it cost to get Julio Jones was a second round pick and a fourth,
Fifth next year.
fifth next year,
Now say around the fourth. In the
Yeah,
fourth
fourth next year.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
second this year, the fourth. Buffalo. What were we doing? We could use Julio Jones. I know the cap hits tough, but go back to the Titans. Man, they got a steal. I know that $28 million this year is gonna hurt.
Oof.
It's gonna hurt.
28 for 1
28
year.
for 1 year. It's gonna hurt.
No, they restructured. Tannehill's deal. Well, Tannehill gets 23. He got 23 as a bonus already. That's it. That's in his account as we speak.
Okay.
And so they stretched it out. So that they gave him his 15 million. That's enough for 15 million for Julio this year. So we're good.
Okay. Well, Tannehill needs to restructure that because they just make him look that much better. Yeah, because it ain't nothing to blame now. You should be able to score 28 points a game easy. At
You
this
better.
point.
Yeah. The pop quiz I have for you guys. Can you guys name 2 defensive players off the top of your head for the Tennessee
I ain't
Titans?
gonna try.
Yeah.
Javon Curse ain't walking through that door.
Yeah. I'll give you a minute.
Keith Bullock ain't walking on that field.
KB,
KB and who else?
your boy from KB and
Smart Roll ain't walking on that field.
Mm.
Jack
Blaine
Rabbit.
Bishop.
Lane Bishop.
Like Jack Rabbit.
He brought up Jack Rabbit.
Bud Dupree.
Yeah, stop. Tennessee had the worst pass rush
Jonathan
defense
Simmons?
in the entire league last year. You signed Bud Dupree, he's coming off a torn ACL in December.
Yeah.
Look, the Steelers were like, we all right, though. You know, that sucks, too. And pass rush isn't the only concern. I've been telling Weezy this. Their top cornerback is a 32-year-old Janoris Jenkins, who's on his third team in 3 years. That's my guy.
That's your man.
That's my guy.
You
Maybe
be saying that if it was he playing for your team.
Maybe if he can find a way to bounce back like Xavier Rhodes did last year for the Colts, you better hope he finds it because Mike Vrabel is the defense guy. Yeah. He is there for defense, and he hasn't exactly fielded excellent units on defense for that team. It's been offense. And Arthur Smith isn't walking through that door. He's in Atlanta. He is in Atlanta. So that offense might not look the same. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, even if it doesn't, we averaged 31 points a game last year. Without Julio. We averaged 31 points a game last year.
Bottom of the barrel defense, though.
You know, our defense is 29th and we still make the playoffs. So if it gets... I mean, 29. There's only 32 teams in the league.
Yeah,
bottom of the barrel.
Your division got better though. Your division got better.
Well, who?
The Colts are better.
Jacksonville's better.
Jacksonville's better.
How did the Colts get better?
They got the quarterback.
Carson was like last year. Did he not?
He better than Phillip Rivers.
He looked better.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we do.
All right. I'll give you that. We don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We're going to talk about football a lot.
We'll see.
That's crazy, man.
Okay, can you say this? On paper,
No.
the division has gotten better.
We're the favorites to win the division. Are we saying
Y'all
that on
the
paper?
favorites to win that last year.
And you didn't win last year.
We won
You
the
don't win
division
the
last
division
year. Oh, man.
Oh, you did. You did that last game, the Colts. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, didn't Lamar Jackson happen. All right. Let's keep it in football and let's move on to the college ranks. Arguably, gentlemen, the greatest coach of our era, of the modern era of college football, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on this year. We're going to pinpoint that. Arguably the greatest coach of our era signed an extension with the Alabama Crimson Tide. Nick Saban, the 69-year-old, signed an extension to be in Tuscaloosa to the end of the 2028 season. At that time, he will be 77 years old. Now, gentlemen, not trying to be morbid about this, so we're not talking about the actual end game, but do we think Nick Saban competes into the end of this contract?
I mean, he signed that deal. That's Def do his part. That's Def do his part.
He can lead tomorrow.
Yeah, he can lead tomorrow. Yeah. It depends on Nick Saban. It all depends on what he want to do. I don't know what still hungers him to this day. He got a statue. He got 5 rings. Numerous of number 1 recruiting classes.
Numerous.
He births a head coach. It seems like every season.
And he beat their ass wherever they go.
Yeah. So it whatever hungers him, man. I think it depends on his wife. When his wife tell him, "Hey, I don't want you coaching football no more."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that conversation has happened.
Yeah, that happened 3 years ago when he got hip replacement surgery. Yeah, nah, for sure.
He caught COVID twice, right?
He got COVID twice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man. Coach Saban 69, man. Yeah. Third oldest coach in the FBS, man. Wow. You said what?
That's a good number.
69 is?
Oh, right.
Great number.
The Crimson Tide is 108-16 in SEC play. Hold on.
That's a hell of a number.
The Crimson Tide are 108-16 in SEC play under Saban. That includes 7 conference championships. He's 7-1 in SEC championship games. The only team to beat him was Florida in 2008. One of the best teams ever assembled to beat him. So, now if they plan on expanding this playoff through college football, this is terrifying because they can lose a game. They don't have to play like perfect football throughout the year.
Yeah.
So they can lose a game, figure it out, and still win, dog.
Yeah, because they give y'all that SEC bias. So a 2-loss SEC team will still make the
It is the hardest conference in college football. You've been saying, Jeff, you said it last year.
I said last year they were. No question. College football was in a rut last year.
Y'all know why they finna extend this, right?
Help me.
Because that money's finna come into play. And when that money, and now all 6 conferences championships get a chance to go to the championship. So, it's still the Alabamas and Ohio State just got money. But if Oklahoma State wanted to, they can pay a lot of money to a player. A lot of money.
And I just feel like if they expand it, college football doesn't do much right. But they haven't got the playoffs wrong yet. Because even if that 2-loss SEC team, whoop-de-doo, makes it to the playoffs, Alabama or Clemson will show them why they didn't deserve to be in the playoffs every time.
Yeah, but
there's not going to be any upsets. That 12th seed is not going to be able to compete with Clemson, not going to be able to compete with Ohio State. We're wasting time. It's 3 teams every year.
So what do you think it should be? How many teams do you think
it was 4 is fine because only 3 teams that can compete every year. It's only 3 teams.
I think they should just go to 8. If they expand. The 12 is too much.
Yeah, but you got to give that team a chance. They can't keep having Florida Central or Central Florida keep going undefeated and not getting a chance to play.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
That only helps them if they only got to play one game. If they got to play team, if they got to play a team, if they get in as an 8th seed and got to play a 2 seed, then got to play a 1 seed, they're going to get dogged.
Yeah.
They can will themselves in one victory. It can happen and win and blow the right way.
But age hasn't really fared well for older coaches. If you look at the history of these things, Steve Spurrier went 2-4 after the age of 70. Bobby Bowden lost more games after 70 than he did his entire career. So I think Saban is the exception to the rule, of course. Exactly. But people have failed, man, under those same circumstances. It's hard to bet against Saban, though.
It's tough. It's tough.
You know what Saban does is that people, I guess people notice it, but he surrounds himself with up-and-coming good young talent.
Or he gets the best coaches that gets fired from universities and gets them there to be a special assistant.
That's smart.
Yeah. Right.
Smart money.
So, I mean, he's managing, but he ain't calling no plays.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Special teams, but he ain't calling no. He might tell him to run the football, but he ain't calling no plays.
As long as he can go into your to your 5-star recruit's living room, do the cha-cha slide, or do the electric slide, or the Cupid shuffle.
Yeah, that's what he makes his money at.
It's gonna happen every time.
Damn right. Yep. Before we get started with halftime, man, let's talk some NBA. NBA fans are a fierce bunch, including Jeff, which often means they'll quickly run to the defense their favorite players by any means necessary. However, a recent map revealed the most hated NBA players in each state. 6 players made the list, 2 outranking the rest by a significant amount. Number 1 on that list, receiving the honor, is LeBron James, the most hated man in the United States. 24 states.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving comes in second with 18 states.
Golly.
And coming in third on the list and tied for third, basically, is James Harden and KD. They both had 3 states apiece.
True.
Next on the list, 1 state hates Russell Westbrook. Can you guess the state?
I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
They hate Russ.
And last but not least, PG-13 was hated the most in Arizona.
I don't understand
That's
that.
right.
Arizona hate.
That was random.
I wonder why they did that to PG. Any surprises on the list?
My surprise is I don't understand the hate towards James Harden.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I swear I don't.
He flops.
Yeah.
He doesn't play defense.
But people overlook he gets your 50.
It's a lot with James.
It is.
It's a lot.
It's a lot with James.
And it's a super team.
Super duper team.
I need one more to be a super duper.
No, you're damn
If
right.
Blake keep doing this, it's a super duper.
That's a super duper team. Think about it. KD,
Kyrie.
Kyrie, and James Harden.
And Blake Griffin. That's a super duper team, Jeff.
All right, cool. I'm with it. I ain't no argument. I'm with it.
Super duper.
But as far as surprises, nah, I have none. LeBron. Now, not to take this podcast somewhere else, but the way the states broke down.
Yeah.
If you look at how the states broke down in our last presidential election, it's funny how people view LeBron, and you can see it where the states where he wasn't like that. I'm gonna leave it there.
Leave it there.
But that's funny. That's funny to me.
The most hated player in Tennessee was Kyrie Irving.
See that?
Georgia was James Harden.
But yeah, it's only Atlanta. I'm about to say he made a lot of people richer.
I was just about to say he's strip club legend.
Yeah, but it's
Most
only
of
in Atlanta.
Yeah, most of them. You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
We're at the midway point. Please enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime, in case you missed it, Coach Locke is back with another edition. Let's hear it, guys.
Fellas and listeners, in case you missed it, Hall of Famer Gary Payton will be the first basketball head coach at Lincoln University. Now, the university in Oakland, California will be launching its athletic program next season. This will be Payton's first head coaching job outside of the Big Three, where he coached the three-headed monsters. Now, Payton said Being from Oakland is what attracted him to the job, and the fact that he doesn't have to worry about coming behind another coach and keeping going what was already established is why he took this job. Now, it is yet to be said what level the school will be playing on, but this could be a big boost for Oakland, especially after losing two of its pro teams like the Golden State Warriors and the Oakland Raiders. Now, we've seen NBA players jump into the coaching world, some doing well like Juwan Howard at Michigan and Patrick Ewing most recently this year at Georgetown, and we've seen some do bad. Well, it didn't work out. So you guys tell me, what do you think the Glove will do with this program? You think he'll be successful and put this program on the map and possibly make the jump to another level after he gets done there? Or do you think his in-depth coaching and his defensive philosophy and his grit will be too much? I don't know. But he doesn't have too much to go off of because, like we said, this is the program's first year. So he doesn't have anything to compare to. That's always a good thing. So y'all guys, let me know what y'all think about that. It's your man, Coach Locke, checking out.
And we are back. Coach Locke spoke on Gary Payton. Congratulations, GP.
Shout out to the Glove.
That was a big time move with Gary Payton.
It's a big step for him. How you think he'll do at Lincoln?
Well, Coach Locke had a good point. He doesn't know exactly what level the school will be, like where they'll be as far as division wise. So he's gonna get some recruits.
Yeah.
If nothing else, he's a known enough figure on the AAU circuit and NBA vet and legend, I should say. Yeah, he can get some recruits.
If GP was in a situation where he was maybe an assistant coach starting off, because Mo Williams got Alabama State with no coaching experience.
True.
Damon Stoudemire got Pacific with no coaching experience.
True.
I think GP could go a little higher as far as the ranking of a team or the just if he started NAI. I mean, hell, Kenny Anderson shot the Nashville Tennessee. He's at Fisk.
Yes, sir.
So that's probably on the same level as Lincoln.
I'm going to say
for sure. But I would like to see him maybe doing some assistant coaching stuff, and then maybe moving to maybe a higher HBCU. There's not a lot of HBCUs on the West Coast, so
That's
if there
true.
is any, so
That's true. I
yeah,
don't think there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
last
one.
time I saw a map, I don't think there are any.
You back now?
The only thing I worry about with GP is first time he gets a call that he don't like.
Are you gonna go crazy?
Yeah, and I think he gonna forget he coaching.
Yeah, I can see
With
that.
that ref, it's gonna get personal real quick.
Yeah. Big Three coaching GP
Yeah.
was on TV saying whatever he wanted to say at the end of Big
GP,
Three.
you like Bob Knight out there. You go crazy. Yeah, no, that's gonna be different. Shout out to GP, man. Good luck. God bless for sure.
Yes, sir.
You guys ready to get started? Second half.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2021 NBA playoff second round breakdown show. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What did it do?
Weezy, there's nothing more exciting in the NBA than the playoffs. We're headed for a wide open tournament this year, I think. After no first round series in the Eastern Conference with more than 5 games, here we are in the second round with 2 star-studded matchups in the East, and with the Western Conference, it's a knockdown drag out the other way. Let's kick things off with the Eastern Conference. The number 1 seed Philadelphia 76ers facing the number 5 seed Atlanta Hawks. As we record this podcast, the series is tied 1-1. Jeff, I have a question for you.
Okay.
When this series started,
Yes, sir.
where did you think this series was going to go? How many games?
I had it 6 when it first started.
With who winning?
Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Weezy?
Actually, the way Atlanta played New York, I had a 7-game series going back and forth.
Nice. What were your thoughts as far as like how the matchups is going to be prior to playing games?
Prior to playing games, I really felt like Atlanta posed a matchup nightmare for Philadelphia. Philadelphia is long, but Atlanta's best players, when they don't fall in love with the tray, can get to the rack.
Yep.
Atlanta can put you in tough defensive positions. And as good as a defensive player Ben Simmons is, he can only do so much.
That's it.
Only do so much.
Yeah. What about you, Weezy?
I like the way the head coach of Philadelphia he's out coaching them now. He's letting Trey do his thing, but also Seth Curry. Seth Curry might be the second most important player on this team right now for this conference. He's getting off.
I agree. No, he's very, very important for sure. I thought the Sixers could beat the Hawks without Embiid going into it because I saw the way Doc used Ben Simmons at center for Pierce against the Wizards, and it worked really, really well. But I was worried as to who could stop Trae Young, and that It's a tall task for sure. A very tall task. Those were and I thought Philly was going to win in 5 for sure. Okay. All right, so we are now into the prediction. What is your prediction for the rest of this series after we saw a couple of games, Jeff?
This is all contingent on Embiid being healthy because without him, Hawks win in 6. If he misses, if he cannot, because he's having to score, he's having to do 35, 40 points a game for them to win.
To win, yeah, for sure.
Because that's how much. I'm not going to do this, but that's how much scoring is at a premium, I should just say, for Philadelphia.
Oh, it's tough.
Because, so I'll leave it to whatever you think why scoring is a premium for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But you know how I feel.
Yeah. But, we know.
Yeah, but if Embiid's there, Philadelphia should win this at 6.
Okay.
I like Philadelphia in 7 just because I like Doc Rivers with 1 game left in his coaching, the way he coaches. And the way Steph Curry's playing, it's a plus. Yeah. That's a plus.
76ers in that game 1, they had hella turnovers. Mm-hmm. And the bench collapsed, just didn't show up. And with the Sixers playing, I think they were the second best defensive team in the entire NBA. Mm-hmm. And they were also the best home team in the Eastern Conference. So the worry was Ben Simmons, right? Mm-hmm. And Ben Simmons played solid his first game. Then the second game, they said, hey, listen. And Docker came out and said, I don't know if Ben's going to guard Trae Young because I don't want him to get in foul trouble. We need him out there. Yep. He said, scratch that. Let's get him out there, defend Trae. And he made the game extremely hard for Trae Young in game 2. 100%. He was shot. When he was guarding him, I think he only made 4 shots. He only made 6 shots the entire game. So it was tough, man. And those points were late. Them 21 and 11 were late.
Well, I'll do you one better, but since you brought up that person's name that I wasn't going to mention, Doc Rivers, being a great coach like Weezy said, played the refs because he knew the only way Ben Simmons could guard him was to be physical with him, which I get it. You got to be physical with somebody like Trae Young. So Doc jumped in front of this and said, hopefully the refs let us play. And the refs had to take heed of that because you don't want to, because if they get Ben Simmons in foul trouble, you're going to be at the talk of the town and the referee's going to be scrutinized, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So they allowed Ben to do certain things that he normally wouldn't get away with. And Trae still had a formidable game because he did, okay, you want to guard me and take me out of the game? Cool, I'm going to pass the ball.
Yeah, and that's the best thing that has ever happened to Trae Young. He realized that I can't beat teams by myself. I have to pass the ball, making an extra pass for sure. Yeah. You saying something weird?
Nah, Jeff made his point with the whole coaching thing with the refs. I mean, that sounds good for your argument, but I don't believe that 1 second. I don't believe that goes on the step with it. I get it, but I don't believe it. I get it. It sounded good.
Against Washington, Tobias Harris was, he was the primary scorer throughout that entire series. Mm-hmm. To get by Atlanta, Philadelphia has to find a way to get another scorer, not named Seth Curry, not named Tobias Harris, not named Joel Embiid. Joel can't average 40. He's going to run himself into the ground, and by the time they get to Brooklyn or Milwaukee, whoever they'll play, he's going to be done.
It has to be gas. Your boy. It has to be Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is going to have to find a way. He's unstoppable getting to the rack. He has to find a way to get to the rack and make his free throws, and that's a lot. The Hawks won't be pushovers at all. No. I think Nate McMillan is doing a really good job of using his actual whole team, whether it's Trae Young or Bogdanovich. They're on the floor at all times. Yeah. There is never a game that's going on in that whole 48 minutes where you won't see both of those or either one of those on the floor. So I got the Philadelphia 76ers winning in 6, though.
Clint Capella, real quick, has got to figure out a way to not get in foul trouble. Yeah. That hurts him.
Bro, but how do you not foul Joel Embiid?
No. Joel is cooking.
Yeah.
But you have to find a way to just move your feet, put your hands up. I know that's simple basketball one-on-one type stuff.
For sure.
But he's got to do that a little bit more because he's too important on both sides of the ball to be in foul trouble and you can't play.
They can't win without Clint Capella doing what he does.
Exactly.
For sure.
And he's not afraid of Joel.
No, not at all.
That's what helps.
No, for sure. Let's move on to the number 2 seed Brooklyn Nets versus the number 3 seed the Milwaukee Bucks. As we record this podcast, the series is 2-0 Brooklyn. We started this series. What was your predictions, Jeff? And why?
When we started the series, I thought the Nets would win. This is my favorite number, I guess, in 6. Mm-hmm. But I mean, just because of their scoring and the presumable of Milwaukee's defense.
Yeah,
Brooklyn scoring versus their defense. But yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Weed?
I had the Nets winning in 5, but it's gonna look like it's gonna happen that way.
Yeah, not for sure. I had the Bucks in 6. I just didn't think the Nets had enough defense to stop a person like Giannis and Drew getting off the way that he gets off. But man, when I saw, and let's talk about it, man. Okay. Prediction for the Knicks for this series. What is your prediction now that you've seen a couple of games, Jeff?
They watched Al Horford against Giannis. They watched Miami against Giannis. The tape, it doesn't change against Giannis. Get up on him. If he's up at the 3-point line, let him have it. If he hits it, oh well. But when he has the ball in his hand, Blake, get in his face. Make him work as hard as you have to.
He don't want it.
He don't. He don't.
We've been saying that on this show for 3 years. Yeah. He don't want it.
No, he don't want it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. He cruises through the first round. When he cruises through the first round. And then when he comes up against other superstars, I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
And it's got to be super frustrating for Milwaukee's upper management or the higher ups because that's what they bank on.
Yeah, you have to.
Like let's just be honest. The way Brooklyn's been playing like this whole regular season, the regular season means nothing. They're cruising through. So I don't care if you get Defensive Player of the Year, MVP. Regular season means nothing. Right now, you're not making me any money.
No, not at all, man. When you lose Harden, right? I was thinking, this is in the first minute of game one.
Right.
When you don't capitalize off that and at least win one of those, man. And where in the hell? Listen, all this talk. Where the hell is Chris Middleton?
That was what I was going to.
That's your second highest paid player on the team.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
He's got to find. Now, you go back home, your shooter. I wanted to say this about the Atlanta game as well, and this is in every playoff series. This is, again, basketball 101. Your shooters are going to make shots at home, right? Your best players got to be your best player no matter where you are.
That's right.
But your role players and your shooters find their game at home. So you can only hope that Chris Middleton, now that they're back in Milwaukee, can somehow find a way to make this a series. Because game 3 is win or let's go ahead and get Cancun. No need to play in 4 if you lose 3. There's no need to play in it.
Yeah, man. And with Tristan Thompson killing the Milwaukee Bucks the way that he did on the boards, I just knew that a person like Brook Lopez was far less threatening than Tristan Thompson. Let alone, dude, they have no clear matchup to stop Giannis. And, dude, Kevin Durant is guarding him. Blake Griffin is guarding him. They're not strong enough to guard him. And Jeff Green is the person that normally gets that assignment. Yeah. He's hurt. Dude, he made 5 shots outside of the paint in the first 2 games. And listen, if Ben Simmons gets to the rack and, scores 18, 20 points, he's just as explosive getting to the rack as Giannis. But here's the thing. He just won't shoot the ball. And that's what worries me about Ben Simmons. That ain't what we're talking about. We're talking about the Bucks. The Bucks don't have anybody else that can stop anybody but Drew Holiday. That's it. They only got one person that plays defense on the perimeter. PJ
Tucker's giving everything he got.
He's guarding Kevin Durant.
He's fighting hard as he can.
And he's just not tall enough.
That's true.
He's playing correct defense, dude. Yeah. The best defense you can see.
He's playing the best. He's giving everything you can ask out of what PJ Tucker has left. He's giving it to you.
And that's why DiVincenzo not being there is a huge loss. That's a huge loss, man.
Not having White Dante hurts.
Yeah, you need White Dante. And then you down 0-2 to the best offense we've ever seen in NBA history. Like, it's tough, man. That's tough, man. Listen, Budenholzer, listen.
Yeah.
If that go 5 and they out of there in 5, he's gone.
He's gone. No, they're finna fire him.
They have to.
It's
just not working.
Yeah.
He's getting out coached every time. You have Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and he looks pedestrian.
But let me ask you this. Let's be Budenholzer. Is it his fault? Let's just be honest.
I mean, he have to find a way to get him.
Help me understand what you're saying.
Okay, all right. And I'm in regular season where everything looks good. Playoffs, we get to the first round, and all of a sudden we run up against the best team in the NBA with the 3 best players. Is it my fault that Giannis can't produce?
He has to produce. I mean, that's your fault because you got to find a way to get him rolling, to get him to produce. So yeah, that's why Brett Brown lost that job because he couldn't find a way to get Ben Simmons to shoot the ball. So yeah, That'll get you fired.
Okay.
Or he couldn't get Tobias Harris to beat Tobias Harris what he's
That
doing
too.
right now. Because if Tobias Harris played as well as he's playing this year, Brent does not get fired.
That
because
too.
they're able to be helped. You know what I mean?
That
Hold
too.
on.
I don't think it's a coach that can get Giannis past the second round.
I agree.
He's been past the second round before.
No.
When?
Yeah, he's been to the
It was a conference finals.
conference finals.
The Toronto year. Toronto beat him. Remember, Toronto beat the Sixers
To
to
get
go
to
to
the
the Eastern
conference
Conference Finals, and
yeah,
they
for
beat them in the conference finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Durant and them didn't miss. That's the thing you got to worry about, man. If they're not, shit, you can pack it up. It don't matter what
you
the
know,
hell
you
going
do-
on.
And they're completely healthy. Durant is healthy.
Durant, yeah, but
Kyrie's healthy.
and they don't even have James Harden and Jeff Green.
right.
And Blake Griffin said, I guess I'll play basketball now.
That's
No,
how-
no,
you know-
know what Blake Griffin said?
Kaiser Sose.
Well, maybe. A
Mm-hmm.
little bit of that. And also he said, you know what? I'm going to embrace being a role player.
Yeah.
Shout out to D. Harris. He pointed that out to me. He said, dude, he's wanting to be a role player and is okay with it. Everything else, because he's not as athletic as he used to be, of course.
Yeah.
But he's still there.
Still there.
He's still a rebounder.
Flashes
And he
of
still
it.
can hit a wide open shot. And he's going to play defense.
Because he's going to be wide open.
Oh, he has to be.
Because Kyrie's open. You're going to pay attention to him. You're going to pay attention to KD. Man.
I don't care who you got. KD open. I don't care who you got on him.
Yeah, no, for sure. He open right now. That's for sure. That's a tough series, man. Let's move on to the Western Conference. The number 1 seed Utah Jazz versus the number 4 seed LA Clippers. As we record this podcast, Utah is up 1-0. When the series started, how'd you feel about it, Joe?
Series started. I had Clippers in 5.
Mm.
Clippers in 5. I thought the Clippers found something in that 7-game knockdown drag out fight against Luka in Dallas. They found a way. They had their hiccup. They had their hurdle. I think they were. Now let's go win the championship. That's what I thought.
Joe, what you got, Weezy?
I got Clippers in 6.
You had that before when the season started? Okay. Yeah. When the series started, I had the Clippers in 6 as well because I was worried about the overall health of Donovan Mitchell. I didn't know if he could, step up to the occasion with that ankle injury. We see LeBron James going through a similar injury, and he wasn't the same LeBron. Still LeBron James, but he wasn't LeBron James, So, and then I saw how Rudy Gobert was going to be in no man's land because of that small Clippers lineup that they did that actually worked against the Mavericks. That's why they came back in that series. So it was a great adjustment by Ty Lue. So I was worried about that. So I was going with the Clippers in 6. Now, how do you feel about it, Jeff?
Now I honestly feel like this is going to go 7 because this is going to be a chess match because the Clippers can't. I'm gonna say this right. They haven't figured out how to be consistent every game. They haven't figured out how to be that game 6, game 7 Clippers every night. If they figure that out, I don't see anybody beat them not named Brooklyn.
Yeah.
If they do what they did game 6, game 7 every night. And I'm not saying Paul George got to give you 27 or 30. Paul George just has to be efficient, play defense, be active, rebound, assist, give you 22 points. Kawhi has to give you 28 points. And Rondo run the second unit and things like that. And bringing in Boogie Cousins in that game makes so much sense.
Why aren't they playing more?
Well, they play them now because you have Gobert out there.
Yeah.
You can play them now.
Yeah.
So, but they had Boban. Probably could have played it against
They
Boban.
could have played
too.
against Boban.
But who knows? But I think if they ever can figure that out, and that's a big if, and I don't think they will. That's why I see 7 games for this because Donovan Mitchell has found his game.
Yeah, he found it.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell is hooping right now, but I don't think the Clippers can afford another game, a 7-game series.
Oh.
They can't afford it.
Hell no.
Kawhi, he ain't all about playing. I mean, it's playoffs right now, but he ain't all about playing it like that. But and Kawhi might be the MVP of the playoffs right now. Kawhi's hooping.
Ooh, that's a big statement. We're going to have those coming up.
Kawhi's hooping
I like
right
that.
now. He's averaging 25. Ain't guarding the best player.
No. Don't bring up his defense no more. No, don't bring up his defense.
No.
Don't bring up his defense no more.
Let's be
He was
honest.
switching on Donovan Mitchell, man. It was
But let's-
easy work.
Hey, Jay.
He's 6'1".
Jay. But
Donovan's a little quick.
He just won 7 games with Luka last week, though. Come on, he won 7 games with Luka last week. Now he got to run around and chase Donovan Mitchell. That ain't fair.
I just don't need that. I don't need that two-way best defender, two-way defender. And that boy,
he
boy
needs
did
his
work
boy to step
against-
up.
Yeah, Paul George. Paul George's not stepping up. It's a playoff. Come on,
I mean, well, that's why.
playoff P.
That's why he go home and don't answer the phone for him.
KP.
That's why he go home and don't answer the phone for Paul George.
It was Kristaps Porzingis last round. Now
I promise you.
he will put on his
Nah,
crown.
I think it's been passed on.
No. Paul George is the owner of that. He had sandals with playoff P on it. You remember that? Yeah. Oh, okay. No, never forget
he
that.
created that.
Yeah,
I know he got somebody, but
and he
I
had
think
sandals.
Pandemic P has been passed on to Porzingis though.
No, the pandemic. No, they ain't. No. Playoff P is Kristaps for sure. I got the Clippers in 6 still, man. It's no, hell no, man. Let me switch that. Give me the Jazz in 6, man. Give me the Jazz in 6 because Rudy Gobert showed that he can play against that small lineup, dude. That they won because they had to do that to beat the Dallas Mavericks. If they didn't pull that out midway through the first round against Dallas, they would have got beat 4-0 for sure. So having 5 starters that can switch defensively and also throw a wrench in the corner 3 for my guy, what's his name, Joe Ingles, and of course Jordan Clarkson, and you have Bogdanovich, dude. You can switch all 5 positions. That's a huge deal.
Like, it doesn't scare you.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Are you impressed with Donovan Mitchell's play yet? You just named every player on this Jazz.
No, I'm talking about those are shooters. That's their shooters.
Let me ask you, are you impressed with Donovan Mitchell's play in the playoffs?
You got to show me. You got to show me 2. You got to show me 3 games. He had 1 game.
What about last series?
Him coming, they lost the game he didn't play and then lose no more.
Oh, Jay. Yeah, watch more basketball.
Okay. I will try to.
But let me ask you this, though, before we move on to the next series.
Mm-hmm.
Does it scare you a little bit that it took that much to beat a Clippers team that just came off a 7-game series?
They didn't have my boy didn't play. Mike Conley didn't play.
I'm telling you,
that's
the
a big
Clippers.
deal.
That's not a big deal. I'm just wondering, do you think that doesn't scare you?
So you got the Clippers winning this series?
Yes, Clippers in 6.
Me too. The Clippers can't afford another 7-game series.
Oh, sorry, Clippers in 7.
Yeah.
7.
I'm telling you, they really can't afford another 6 games. I'm telling you, if they go another 7-game series, the West Conference Finals, they're gonna wear down. I'm telling you,
man. Joe Ingles, he does a great job against playoff P.
Joe Ingles.
Hey,
he does.
That's his medicine. That's his medicine in 2018. He had him 2 for 16.
He sure did.
Yeah, for sure. Let's move on to the last series, number 2 seed Phoenix Suns versus number 3 seed Denver Nuggets. As we record this podcast, Phoenix Suns are up 2-0. As before this series started, Jeff, what did you think?
I had
what?
I didn't have Phoenix winning more than 1 game in this series.
Yeah, you sure didn't.
I did not. No lie to you.
It's a blowout.
No lie to you. I didn't have Phoenix winning more than 1 game.
Yeah, no, for sure. Right. They already won 2.
They've already won 2.
That's
very true.
What made you think that, Jeff?
The Joker. They have the MVP.
Your MVP.
They have the size on the wings that they just haven't figured it out 4 quarters. Because for game 1, their size gave Phoenix trouble.
Yeah.
In game 2, for 2 quarters, their size gave Phoenix trouble.
Sure.
It was over with. Second half, it was over. But I don't know. I don't know.
What about you, Weed?
Man, I got Phoenix winning the series.
No, I'm saying before when the season started. When the series started.
I got Phoenix winning the series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Well, you wait for that one. Boom, when we go to yeah. What made you say that Phoenix was gonna win this series before the series started?
Because I seen the way that they beat the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
And
they beat the hell out of the Lakers.
Yeah, and it didn't take much.
Yeah.
Look,
now we're going too far.
No.
It took an Anthony Davis injury.
Well, yeah,
because the series flipped as soon as that injury happened.
Well, that's
like as soon as it happened.
That's part of it. I can't count the injury.
Yeah, okay,
that's part of it.
You left that. You got to speak on that because because game 5. Okay, all right.
I'm not saying I don't have to speak on it because that happened. I can't predict the injury.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that series, like Lakers had a chokehold on that series. As of they won game 3, they won game 4, and won winning game 5, and then he went down. It was over.
They were winning game 5. No, they wasn't. They weren't winning that damn.
I'm sorry, they were winning game 4 and he lost. And they got blew out in game 5 and got beat in game 6.
Yeah,
but they were winning game 4, held on in game 4 without him.
Yeah,
and that series was over.
When that series started, listen, but when I saw it was gonna be, I knew Phoenix was gonna beat them in 5.
No,
I said
did.
that.
No, you did.
Cameraman, I said Phoenix in 5. Denver.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, and I also said Phoenix was gonna beat the Lakers. I promise you.
But you got scared.
Oh my God, we can call Penny right now.
Yeah, but you got scared when Chris Paul got hurt. You got a little nervous.
You know, I got nervous about that. For sure. I'm still nervous about it. 'Cause my boy
He
shoulder
don't look good from time to time.
Certain
Certain times, like,
spurts.
hey, that shoulder still messed up.
Yeah,
But
but he
both-
got a hooper with him now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Both teams have unguardable players, dude. Foul trouble is a critical element for the Blazers when they were playing against Jokic.
Yeah.
And they tried to make sure that they kept him covered. But the way that life moves in basketball is crazy, man. Not long ago, the Suns were a punchline. We laughed at the Suns. They were talking about the nachos. You remember that?
Yeah.
The nachos didn't have. They put pickles on the nachos. They didn't have jalapenos. Yeah. So Chris Paul had the worst contract in all of basketball when he was playing with Russell Westbrook. I'm not Russell Westbrook. What's
Houston.
it? When he's playing with James Harden, right? DeAndre Ayton was looking like a bust.
It's close.
Close to it. Yeah. Devin Booker, empty calories is what I was told. I told my boy was just putting up points for no reason. But that was told to me, cameraman, was it not? 2 wins away, man. Conference finals, man. All in a year's tape. But it is good coaching and they have a really deep basketball
And they have
team.
one of the best minds in basketball. Chris Paul.
Yeah, I'm saying, but that team is deep too. You don't really even when Devin Booker's like, I only got to shoot 14 times in this season. In any games, you only have to shoot 14 times.
Yeah, I'm just not going to short sell Chris Paul though. Chris
Paul plays 20 minutes, bro.
That's the best 20 minutes. It's not. I'm not going to insult him by comparing him to Udonis Haslem, but there's a reason why you keep people like that around. Yeah, you make everybody on your team smarter, and everybody on your team better.
And what people don't realize about the Phoenix Suns is, after I seen the Phoenix Suns beat the Lakers, I said, you know what, we might have a letdown right here, but it wasn't. They 2 blowouts, and when people start like they're a young team, but they're not young anymore in this playoffs. Chris Paul, plenty of experience. Number 99,
Jay Crowder.
plenty of experience.
Quick backhand.
Even the guys come off the bench.
Campaign,
plenty of experience.
No.
How long has he been in the league?
About, you're not talking about the
How long has he been in the league?
You talking about Sarge?
Sarge ain't got no experience.
No, I'm talking about.
He didn't play. He was just on the team. He was a dancing partner.
He was Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but he's been an NBA guy.
He's been an NBA. He's an NBA player.
He's been playing.
He's an NBA player. He's an NBA player.
So
what you got? Suns and what?
Maybe 5, 6. I think I don't. With Denver, now Denver's young now. Their second best player is 21 years old.
Yeah, that's what hurt.
Michael Porter Jr.
Hurt. And his back hurt.
Right. He can't move the sun.
Yeah.
Come on. Forgot.
Don't do that.
He's definitely got to find his game though.
He's hurt and they can't find his game. He hurt. We just you shooting everybody else some bail.
I'm not shooting him. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah,
I just said he's got to find his game because if not, they're gonna get swept. Because Jokic is doing everything he can,
dude.
Everything he can.
Beyond Jokic, they have to get some help from the role players that they did the same way against Portland. Dog. Where's my guy AR? Where's Monte Morris? They have not stepped up in this series. At the core, man, this is a star-driven series. Book continues to play and pull up South Nashville cars the way he does. Man, the sky's the limit. Man. he
bringing them out, ain't
he?
He bringing them out, man.
Hey, Book pulling up straight South Nashville whips, dog. For sure. My boy, man. Yeah. Hey, that is my boy, man. I've never been more happy about a player playing at a high level. And CP too. CP is my guy. I'm not taking nothing away from CP.
These are your guys.
This Suns to the finals.
To the NBA finals?
Suns to the finals.
This is not financial advice. I don't give financial advice, but I put in a futures bet. I took the Suns to win the NBA championship, 5-1 odds. This is not financial advice. I'm not giving that out.
You just gonna win the chip?
Yeah, 5-1. I sure did.
Hey man,
bet that. Bet that.
Nah, I got the odds.
I will bet that. I will give you 5-1. Bet. We'll talk about that. I'll give you 5-1.
Bet. What we betting? That's a bet. No, that's a bet. Damn that. That's a bet. 5-1 odds. That's a bet.
No way. How do you figure out 5-1 odds?
I bet honey owe me 500. Period.
No way to work.
Ain't doing that.
They might not win this series.
That's why we didn't say that. Jeff, what is your prediction for this series?
So here's the thing. A lot rides on Michael Porter Jr. Good pause. I understand his back is hurting. I understand that. All Phoenix did was hold home court. That's all they did. They haven't won away yet. If Denver finds themselves back 2-2, we're going 7.
We're going 7. I can dig that. Yeah. I can dig it. I think they'll split in Denver. and then they go back to Phoenix.
That's over in 5.
And then he pull out another one of those Southside whips, and it's over. It's over.
If they split in Denver, it's over in 5.
Yeah.
But Denver's got to win these 2, and we going 7.
I'm going Sizzler. You definitely going Sizzler, man. That is the second round of the 2021 NBA playoffs, man, for sure. It's always an exciting time for basketball right now. You see some of the cool thing is we don't see LeBron anymore. We see, no Steph.
Yeah.
And we get to see, I was talking to Marcus Kins about this, Shotty Kins. You get to see some of the best basketball players for the future. Yeah. So Luka's not there anymore, but you still get to see Donovan Mitchell to get his chance. Book is getting his chance. Trae Young is getting his chance. Yeah. Ben Simmons trying to find a way to lose his spot, and Giannis is as well. So yeah, man, it's a great time, and this is what we see.
Donovan Mitchell's getting his chance,
and yeah, I said that, and that's what we see legacies built.
Yes, sir,
most definitely.
Hey Zion, whenever you're ready, buddy, we can.
He needs some help.
Have you right
he needs some help.
He needs some help.
You know what he was doing in the playoffs right now?
I know.
Going left, and you can't stop him.
On the big stage,
going left. Strong left, and you can't stop him. He spin into the middle for sure. Ja Morant, same way. Manscaped. Let's talk about it. Yeah, don't forget, man. Manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping. Code FSP at Manscaped.com, man.
FSP20.
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 Is that what I said?
You said code FSP.
Code FSP20. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Oh, shit. FSP20. My bad. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code FSP20 at Manscaped.com. It's the best in men's below the waist grooming.
Yes, sir.
Below the waist. For sure. Your balls will thank you. Fellas, man, we are out. Anything else before we get out of here, Weezy?
Nah, I'm good this week, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I got a birthday party. I got 100 birthday parties this week.
That's a big deal.
2 years old, man.
2 of them. Shoot. 2 going. Oh, terrible 2s. Ooh.
Shout out to
you.
I'm sorry, Weezy.
But hey, we're going to get through it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we'll get through everything.
We're
for sure.
Get through it.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely, man. Now, tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff.
The camera's always on, brother.
Cameraman, The Revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, please check out the YouTube page and wherever you find your favorite podcast. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend.
The Revolution will be podcasted.